Okay, so our today's topic is free trade and protectionism. Um, we have covered protectionism in our last topic as well, but we'll go through it again. So first of all, the introduction of free trade. What is free trade? So the classical economist held that view that international trade should be free from any restrictions by the government, and they give theory of the free trade. Okay, so classical economists जो थे, they gave the theory of free trade, which is mainly free from every restrictions which is imposed by the government. And the German economists, they are in against of this policy free trade. They want some restrictions or some control of government over the trade to channelize it smoothly. According to them, free trade favored only developed countries, and they favored the policy of protectionism. Okay. So the meaning of free trade and protection. However, policy of free trade that the government cannot impose any duty on import and export. So the simple definition of free trade is it is a policy that the government cannot impose any type of duty on import and export trade, as we have discussed earlier about import duty and export duty. So have you heard about any of free trade zones in India?
No, ma'am.
Okay. You know the term says special economic zones. The special economic zones are the free trade zones where the companies or industries are free to do trade uh, without giving any type of taxes and duties on import and export. Here in Indore, we have the area Pitampur. Okay, so in Pitampur location, why there are so many industries and factories set up, especially for import and export, because it is a free trade zone. Okay, um, government consider it as a special economic zone, and they have like announced the sector as special economic zone. So any industry if set up over there, so it will consider as import and export duty free. Many a times it depend on the goods they are selling. Even under free trade policy, a government may levy tax on goods included in the foreign trade. The objective of these taxes is to augment government revenues. So the main motive of government to take taxes from the companies or industries to generate the revenue. Okay. So the ultimate goal is to generate revenue and to improve our economy. So um, free trade policy is restricted by government in foreign trade. We in India, we follow the fiscal policy, and on some specified areas, we are having free trade zones. So these are again the definitions. So now we will discuss the arguments in favor of free trade, right? So advantage of specialization. The first favor of free trade zone, why it should be there. It has the advantage of specialization. Secures all the advantages of international divisions of labor. Each country will specialize in the production of those goods in which it has a comparative advantage. If you have studied this comparative advantage theory, then you may know about this, that according to comparative advantage theory, if a country is good in producing some particular goods, or if a country have all the resources available to produce that particular goods or manufacture that particular goods, so uh, those countries are allowed to export the particular goods only. Okay. um you may know that this thing, that our country import some goods from other country and then export those goods with some modification to another country. So it is not qualifies in comparative advantage theory. Second point is mutually beneficial. Mutually beneficial means it would get benefited to both the countries. Beneficial to all the parties means free trade. If they are doing free trade, so no obligations would be there. Okay, so no compulsion on any country. It can import and export those goods in which it is likely to get benefit. Okay, जिस भी country को जिस भी product में benefit हो रहा है, you can sell out that product freely without any duty or without any taxes. Optimum use of factors of production. So ultimately, if you are if you are exporting those goods which is available with you in bulk, so it ultimately the optimum utilization of the factor of production in your country. So it promotes the division of labor and efficiency. You can efficiently utilize your labor, your capital, your resources, all your raw materials, etc. So the factor of production will get proper. Arguments in favor of free trade. Again, next is advantage to consumers. Okay, so consumers को advantage कैसे होगा? Okay, यदि ड्यूटी फ्री नहीं होता है, so it has so many taxes which is levied on the manufacturers first, right? फिर manufacturers से distributors and then distributors to retailers, वो taxes जो है बढ़ते जाते हैं, and then when the end customer get the product, so it will cost very high to the end customers, to the end consumers, because of the duty and because of the taxes. So in free trade zone, the consumers have this advantage to get it in very low cost. Are you understanding? Okay, so wide market. So large scale of production at low cost per unit. If you have large cost of production, if you have very lower price, so the market will automatically be wider for you. है ना? Cheaper imported goods. Each country export those goods in which production it has either natural advantage or more competitive advantage. Development of transport and communication. So free trade policies always encourages the transportation and communication facilities to promote the development of industries and expand trade. देखो, if your trade will get expand, if your industries get the exposure to like diversify itself, so your transport and communication development will be there and will be more convenient. Economic development of underdeveloped countries. Because of free trade policies, uh, underdeveloped countries can perform well, because you know underdeveloped countries has the currency value is already very low, as in for example India, we are a developing country, so the currency value is low, so the cost of capital gets high for us. Okay, so economic development of underdeveloped countries would be there with free trade policy. Argument against free trade. So we had discussed all the arguments in favor of free trade. So now we gonna discuss the against free trade policy. So first point is economic dependence. Every country will get some dependency on another just because of free trade. Okay, any country may be in condition of hardship or any type of emergency, seek help to another country. Okay, so the other country needs to help the country, the friendly country, or the country which has some good relation with the particular country. So this is mutually a dependency condition for both countries. So every country has to depend upon the other country for the import of many essential goods at time of emergency and hardship. Second is harmful products. You cannot control the selling and buying of harmful products just because of free trade. For say example, the drugs, narcotics, etc. Economic development. So here, if we talk about economic development, the underdeveloped countries necessities that these countries should protect their industries against foreign competition, taking advantage of free trade policy. Developed countries exploit these argumentations. Okay, so we have heard about anti-dumping duty. This is the against this policy. This anti-dumping duty is against to the dumping policy. So the dumping, if we can say, it has a cutthroat competition in market. So everybody wants to lower the price of, everybody wants to get the customers. So they lower the price of the product and they sell it in market. You know? The competitive prices in comparison to the competitors. So this is dumping. So in free trade zone, there will not be any anti-dumping policies. So this is the disadvantage of free trade. Any company can dump the prices. Multinational corporations. Policy of free trade encourages setting up multinational corporations and big industry houses. So as if you know, the multinational corporations from another country when gets into our country, the home country, where the host country. So the multinational corporations have to follow some rules of the host country as well and the home country as well. So in free trade policy, no restrictions would be there on them. So it would get it would encourages more and more multinational companies and big industries to set up in different countries, and that would be um, like discouragement, you can say, for the domestic industries, for the domestic manufacturers. Okay, so this is not good for our domestic producers. Cultural erosion would be there. So what do you mean by protection? Protectionism क्या होता है? So protection is that policy of international trade which aims at encouraging indigenous industries by giving subsidies to the producers and laying heavy duty on imports. So this is just we had discussed in the trade barriers. It is basically about the barriers we are where the government impose restrictions to international trade by any type of heavy duties and subsidies to the domestic producers, right? This policy was first advocated in 1791 by American economist Alexander Hamilton and strongly supported by Frederick List of Germany. Okay, Germany people are very much into protectionism policy because they believe that it will uh, it will help them to balance of the economy and the international trade. The policy of protecting international interests through restrictions on international trade is called protection. So this is a simple definition. When you want to protect your national interest through some type of restrictions on international trade, that is protection.